Hi, I'm Lindsay, and this is Jason. And we're happy to be here today to show you how the IVEA works.
This equipment is so intuitive, it would be easy for you to figure out on your own. We're gonna take you through some of the basics so you can get started using it right away.
We know you're under a lot of pressure to get your patients up and moving early and often. And we know that can be challenging when everyone's so busy and it's hard to find help.
The IVEA makes it so much easier for one nurse to safely mobilize a patient. And the equipment itself is really easy to use.
So basically, every piece that's blue is an adjustment point that moves or secures a part into place. And we're gonna walk you through everything, but let's start bedside.
Right. The IVEA isn't just for ambulation. It holds everything an IV pole holds, and it stays beside the bed. So there's no need to transfer devices from one piece of equipment to another, and another, and another.
Really, the IVEA is your new IV pole.
Once it's loaded up, you're good to go.
So for infusion, the IV hooks raise and lower using this quick release. With today's pumps, you really don't need to raise them, and really it's best to keep them down. But if you do raise them, make sure that you lower them before you ambulate a patient to keep the field of vision clear.
Your infusion pump mounts here.
And Jason, that's one of the things I love about the IVEA. The way that the pump is tilted upward makes it so much easier to read and manage.
Yeah, so no more craning to actually see the screen. It's great.
Your power strip mounts right here, and you use these clips to adjust and hold it into place.
These flexible hooks right here are for the cords for your fusion pumps, your PCAs, and all that jazz.
So you just coil that up, and we're gonna plug that right into the power strip. And now you just have one cord to deal with, which keeps things neat and adds a little efficiency to your day.
Everything about the IVEA is so simple. Your catheter bag is gonna hang neatly on this clip right here. Oxygen goes here. And our chest tubes hang neatly from this arm right there. And you can easily do 2 units back to back right there.
So these little hooks right here are for your IV tubing. So no more spaghetti maze with tubes everywhere.
Right.
They're marked above here, and this one at the end is a little larger to accommodate oxygen tubing.
We have them on this side too. Imagine how much easier it's going to be for you to actually organize your equipment. It's not only better and more efficient for you, think about how much safer your patient's going to feel without all the tubing running everywhere.
That's right. The results of a recent IRB study actually say that patients feel a lot more secure using the IVEA.
Now that our IVEA is fully loaded and ready to move, let's talk about the brakes.
Each of the 4 wheels has its own brake, and when the IVEA is bedside, you want to make sure to engage at least one of them, just so the equipment stays stationary. So you press down on the blue tab to engage, and flip it up to release.
One of my favorite things about the IVEA is that it's actually designed to support weight. Unlike an IV pole, the center of gravity on the IVEA is such that the more weight you put on this, the more stable it gets. Yep, keep going here.
So, to help your patient up, you want to position the IVEA alongside the bed, set the front brakes, and then lower the handles. There's another quick release right here, so you can easily adjust the height. That way, your patient can use the IVEA to help themselves up with your assistance.
Now, the IVEA is so stable that your patients instantly get a greater sense of independence and control right from the start. It's great for trips to the bathroom too. You just reposition the handles, set the brake, and then the patients have a stable foundation so that they can lower and lift themselves once they have enough strength to do so.
When your patient is up, you want to release the brakes, and this is a great time to lower the IV hooks if they've been raised, and spin the hooks away from the patient's face.
And just make sure that you've positioned the hooks at least 3 inches below the patient's chin so they have a clear field of vision.
What's great about the IVEA is that it's designed to fit easily through any hospital door. It rolls smoothly over thresholds, bumps and gaps, in and out of elevators, you name it. It's also quiet.
It's seriously super smooth. This thing drives amazing, it's very responsive, super easy. I mean, it's kind of like we're taking you from a Model T to a Tesla.
So finally, no more scrambling or trying to coordinate schedules to find somebody to help you ambulate. Because the IVEA holds all of your patient's equipment out of the way and provides a stable support, your patient can maintain a normal posture and gait, and you can focus on them and not the equipment.
Beep, beep. The IVEA seriously makes a world of difference, but one thing we really want to emphasize is that the IVEA is not intended to replace a nurse's good judgment. Nobody knows better than you the proper mobility for your patient. Speaking of good judgment, don't ride this thing.
Yeah, that's right. Seriously, folks, this was not designed for that. Seriously.
Okay, we've got something else to show you. The IVEA was designed to collapse and store easily so that you can reduce clutter, which we all know is a big deal these days.
You release everything in. Lower the handles until they click. And then just depress this pedal and it folds right up. It's not very heavy, is it?
No, it's only 29 pounds. And honestly, you should never even have to pick this thing up. We got this cool little handle here. Just wheel it behind you like it's luggage.
Wait, I want to show them how it opens.
Good idea.
So when you want to set it up again, you just apply a little pressure to each leg and it blooms open.
Blooms. I like that.
Thanks. So that's it. That's the IVEA. We know this is going to be incredibly helpful on the floor.
We encourage you to use this bedside and during ambulation.
That's right. It's your equipment. It's your mobility solution designed by nurses for nurses to make your life a little easier.
So thanks for watching.
And thanks for all you do every day.